find myself again. Dee 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 dee. Got a little like, got a little smile. All right. A few seconds behind. That's what we're talking about. Kind of a dress-up thing at this point. I know can ever tell. Everything's in 3D. Everything's in 3D. So, no so much at 7 o'clock. Okay, I'm done playing with the algorithm. Done playing with the algorithm. It's take off my costume. You see the real me. There you have it. Point your fingers. You make fun of me. You go ahead. I make fun of me too. Except when I do it, it's funny. Oh, when you do it. Mm-hmm. What you thinking? What you thinking? I know you thinking. I can't see you. I can see you. Yeah, that's right. I can see you in my mind's eye. I mean, come on. Would a man with a tie like this be misleading you? Because I can sense things. I can sense things in the air. I can sense there's gonna be a huge inpouring. I can feel a huge inpouring of people. They're gonna come through those doors, and they're gonna storm. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna storm, but they're gonna storm something. I'm telling the truth. Where am I? Can I really see? Is this the man I can really see? Do you want? That scared him out. Yay! A little too close. A little too in that face. It's alright. I'm done playing with the algorithm. I had a good bunch of days, though. Can't force these things, I suppose. It's the way it works. I'm gonna hide under my blankets. Looking at me, you're not accusatory. Accusatory? Accusatory, statutory, minority report. I'm trying to make the most out of a rainy day. And I haven't done too bad. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. I suppose, it depends. Depends how you're looking at it. Well, that's another one. It's just dragging. That's okay. Oh, someone's here. Hi. I was just over on my other screen looking at my numbers. Looking to see what's going on, if anything at all. Yeah, let me play with my bean there. There you go. Flicking my bean. That's hitting the little emojis. I know that's silly. Yeah. So I'm hanging out. No music left in my heart. It's all pretty much gone. The weekend. It's a rainy weekend in New England, and that means all of those beautiful things I would ordinarily be at, like the Robin Hood's Fair or Strange Creek, everyone's going to be soaked. And in the end, you can only, you can project so far and to compensate for the rain, but in the end, the rain is there. You know what I mean? So you can't ignore the rain. And so that means that what was supposed to be in a party in Mother Nature, enjoying the beautiful forest around you, you end up with a bunch of people huddling under a tarp, trying not to get soaked all the way through to the bone. and possibly getting sick as a result of it. So why would I want to hide live video? Create highlight. What's create highlight? Highlight, save. Oh, that's what it does. So this is create. So what it's doing is it's starting a highlight from now. So I can play this later, I think. I think that's how that's working. I'm still figuring some of this stuff out. All right, now if I say that, and then I put live feedback. Oh, all right. So that's my toggle. So that toggles my star to my face. So, right? That's Kara's. Kara Salama, you have a question? Please go ahead. You in the front, Kara Salama. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Because I'll go to a dialect coach. What's the question, Karen? Karis Salamas. Salama. Karis Salama. No, but it's okay. Well, at least you didn't take offense. Everyone gets so offended so easily. But what's your question? Please go ahead. It's a rainy day out here. Out here in the United States, up in the state of Connecticut. Upper northeast corner of Connecticut, it's Danielson, Connecticut. It's pretty wet. You can hear the rain pouring outside, but luckily I'm nice and warm and in here. What's my job? Well, my job is to bring people joy. Well, to answer that question, what you have to do is you have to go like on a deep dive into my YouTube channel, and you'll see what I do and what I make, how I make money. So this is a little tiny bit. The YouTube stuff is a little tiny bit about how I make money. But I am also a pretty accomplished artist and a musician. And there's my body of work is literally on my YouTube page. Said hi. Hi. But right now, I guess my job is just to chill out and to enjoy myself until until I don't want to do something else. I guess I love having the freedom. No one's forcing me to be here saying hi. Said hi. I mean, voluntarily. Because I like being here. It's, I get to practice the guitar sometimes. I get to sing at people. And, hey, I might even meet a real girl. She'll be crazy, of course. Because that's the way it rolls. But you never can tell. I mean, I'm pondering, ultimately, where would I like my life to go? From here. I'm all right. I'm pretty content with where I am, but I know, we got to adapt with the times. We got to try to get a little better, smarter, faster. Maybe a new tie. Maybe no tie at all. Oh. My job is to serve humanity as its automatonic slave and to pay my taxes dutifully and to obey the corporate machines as they sodomize me on a daily basis for insurance for which there is no actual product. Insurance companies make nothing. They just make paperwork and they take money from people. Said hi. I don't trust anyone who has even a little tiny bit of power. All I see is people getting poorer, and I've been seeing it for like 20 years now. It doesn't seem to be getting any better, but I'm still smiling my way through it, and I'm going to be as pleasant as I possibly can until I'm forced to become revolutionary, and I hope that day never comes. I want to peacefully coexist and make people chuckle and maybe make people go, hey, that song was pretty funny, or that was pretty cool. That's my ultimate goal in life. Is I'm going to keep creating stuff. And eventually, I'm going to create something that you guys like. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, he's an asshole, but that was a really good piece. Or a good video, or a good song. Well, I tried. And I really genuinely like people until they fuck me over. Really. It's like, I'm very congenial. That's a word, right? And the problem with being sweet, though, is that people see a target. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Someone moves in, they're sleeping on your couch for 1,700 weeks. Wow. Funny looking. I'm funny smelling. Yeah, I'm pretty funny. I make myself laugh. And if I take off my clothes, you'd be laughing and laughing, and then I'd be crying and crying. No, I'm pretty funny. That's the one thing where it doesn't matter. You could put me in like a jail cell in El Salvador, because look at me. I'm not white enough to be safe. But if you put me in a jail cell in El Salvador, I'm going to make the best of it because I have myself to make myself laugh. Where I'll just be like, look at my ding dong. And that stupid comment will trigger all the other little voices in my head. Like the Russian Sean Connery one. Well, actually, they're two voices. Sean Connery's, he's more like Moneypenny. That's Scott. Scott is back there. You go to Russian, it's deeper, but it has some gravitas to it. If you go Irish, then it goes higher, and people don't believe you, which means you have to kick their ass all the time in order to prove a point. We can be musical and kick some ass too. And then you go to the French. The French, they'd like to make love, not war, because they're terrible at the war. I have a lot of French in me. Yay. And the English, everything there would be very proper on the top level, and Cockney on the bottom. And then, let's keep on across the pond to Australia, where you throw your shrimp on the barbie and everything here wants to kill you. Welcome to Australia. And then you go north, and I can't do it because Aussie hears drums. See? There's a strange place for a punchline. Mais non, I do not speak French. I can say, je suis un gros Gaston. Parlez-vous à hama? I can say, throw me down the stairs, my hat. But no, I don't actually speak any of that. I know words here and there. You want to know what sign language? For common sense. Here's sign language for common sense. Swear to God. That's what it is. That sign language. I know little things, little useless things here and there. Je suis un groovy Gaston is I am a groovy guy. And then, so I guess I speak that bit of French. And then, Parlez-vous hama speaks for itself. What's the other? Je t'aime aussi. I love you too. Je t'aime aussi. So yeah, little tiny bits. And that's what I learned. I learned love in the language of love. I don't know what the French had for that, but it's all right. This says 4. That says 1. Said hi. Said hi. Real Ben said hi. Well, hello. And how are you? I was just using a bunch of silly accents before, and I turned, and then I saw I was empty. I was all alone in the room. And then I turned back again, and everyone appeared. It is a very stranded. They're going again. I don't know what to do about it. I think it must be when other people, like you guys would know, because you're actually, if you're not in here, you are in here. Which is what I'm saying is like you click in somewhere else, and then it flips back when you actually refocus on this particular stream. I think that's the way it works, but I don't know. All I know is I was having a conversation, and then it ended. And it could be internet disconnections. It could be my community. What's with the community? Oh, it's a community leaderboard. And that means what? An XP. What is the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 gets special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers, or send a gift. All right, I got it. And people have earned, wow, cool. Well, I appreciate that, Real Ben. And that's why you get the little token. See, I'm still learning all this stuff. They keep rolling all this stuff out, going, oh, this is going to be great, but we're going to get 80%. All right, sure, whatever, YouTube. Excuse me, I'm going to got my mug. It's green tea, the powdered 4C green tea mix. I'm on a budget. It's interesting because the person before had come in and gone, hey, what do you do? And I'm like, well, this is what I do. I mean, I'm still alive, but this is it, folks. This is all the income I'm getting for quite some time. I gotta survive to the end of the summer with like $200, and it ain't going to be easy. This is 4C iced tea, green tea. Comes for you. We want to see the. Here, tell you what. Let me show you the container. Let me show you show you the packaging. Oh. We got a little little 4C. That's a little green tea. You got a little powder in there. And you put that in the glass. That's what I'm drinking. And I got snowflake rolls, but I don't think you need to see those. That'll get me demonetized if I show you my snowflake rolls. Oh. So, yeah, I guess I'm kind of taking this stream to like kind of reflect on, all right, what am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go? And I know I should be concentrating. I go, well, concentrate on your audience. Well, you're gone again, according to the thing. So that's the thing. Like sometimes I'll get full conversations going on here, and then poof, they're gone. Or if they switch to another screen, I'm not sure how it works. All I know is I don't think the reporting on this app is accurate. Because I think there are people in here. It says 2, it says 1, it says 3, it says 7, it says 9, and then it's back down to 1 again. All in a matter of seconds. And I can't believe all of that is just neurotic humanity. I think it's an overtuned YouTube app. That's what I think. I have no proof of that. And true wisdom is knowing I know nothing. It still doesn't change the fact that I'm drinking green tea. And that I occasionally do play with my balls. All right. This letting you see me play with my balls, I'm pretty sure, is a strike against community standards in and of itself. But what if I play with 3 balls? Is that against community standards? You can do the trip and the flip. And yeah. It's because I had a thing for Labyrinth. When I was younger, David Bowie was in Labyrinth and he played the Goblin King. And that was his thing, is he was able to juggle the crystal balls on his hand. It wasn't actually him, it was a guy named Michael Motion who they had to sit behind him. But I was like, that's really cool. I want to learn how to do it. And I kind of taught myself how to juggle. And I mean, when I was younger, I was really fluid with it. And I'm still not bad. So yeah, I'm playing with my balls. Indecent exposure. Community standards, come and get me. See? And again, 7, 1, 3, 1. How long have I been on? Wow, 30 minutes. All right. I guess we're